Welcome to the week of December 6th. And this is going to be your Zodiac messages and astrology report. So we're going to get started with the astrology report. Well, actually, we're getting started with the Zodiac messages. And I hope everybody has been having a great December. So let's go ahead and get started. This was just a an overview of the cards that were pulled for each sign. So let's go ahead and get started with Aries. Aries, this week you have the Eight of Swords. You see that? The Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords can talk about a feeling of being trapped or a feeling of being restricted. So a lot of Aries might feel a bit of restriction this week. And because we all know Aries loves to just go and Aries does not like to have any type of restrictions. So this week, some Aries might feel trapped. You might feel restricted in some way. Okay, that is for Aries. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, this week is going to be a great week for you. You have the Two of Cups. Look at that. You're going to have a meeting of the minds with someone or with a group of people. It is going to be a great week for a lot of Taurus people. Okay. Again, you have the Two of Cups. This is the ultimate friendship and love card. So you have a lot to look forward to this week, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini, you have the Four of Cups this week. Okay. Four of Cups. So you might feel limited in some way, or you might feel like you're not making a lot of progress as far as your emotions are concerned this week, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer. Cancer, this week, you are going to feel like your life is balanced. Okay. You're going to feel like things are working out in your favor. You're going to feel like there's a bit of fairness in your situations. So this week should be a great week for Cancers as well. You have the Justice card. In this deck, it is called Balance. Okay, let's move on to Leo. Leo, this week, the week of December 6th, it should be a great week for you. You have the Six of Wands. Okay, and the Six of Wands speaks to the fact that you are going to feel very victorious. You're going to feel like a success this week, Leo. Moving on to Virgo. Virgo, expect the unexpected this week. You have the Tower card. In this deck, it is called Disruption, but it is basically the Tower card. So Virgo, you might have a revelation about something this week, or you might have a sudden unexpected event happen this week, Virgo. So keep your eyes and ears open. Let's move on to Libra. Libra, this week is going to be a great week for you. You have the Four of Pentacles. And if I didn't mention before, this is the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck that I'm using this week for these messages. So Libra, you have the Four of Pentacles this week. So you're going to feel like you are setting the foundation. You're going to feel like you're building wealth. You're going to feel basically like a success, and you're going to feel very grounded as well. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, this week you have the High Priestess. Okay. In this deck, it is called the Intuition card. So Scorpio, your intuition is going to be at an all-time high this week for a lot of you Scorpios. Now remember, these readings, these are just general readings. If it resonates with you, that's great. If it does not resonate with you, don't think about it too much. Next is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this week, one moment. Sagittarius, this week you have the Eight of Cups. So you're going to feel like you do not, there's some type of emotional, there's something that you need to deal with, and you are just not going to want to deal with it. Okay? You are going to emotionally withdraw. A lot of you Sagittarius, you might find yourself just withdrawing. You might think to yourself, you know what? I'm not dealing with that this week. And you will withdraw from that situation emotionally. Okay? Nothing is wrong with that as long as you know that at some point you have to deal with whatever situation comes up. Next is Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So a lot of Capricorns are going to be very prosperous this week. You're going to feel like you just have prosperity floating all around you. You're going to feel very successful this week, a lot of you Capricorns. And let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, this week you have the Lovers card. So Aquarius, this week you're going to feel a sense of harmony. You're going to feel like you are very fulfilled. You're going to feel a balance between your feminine side and your masculine side. The yin and yang in you is going to be very balanced. So this week should be a great week for a lot of Aquarius people. Moving on to Pisces. Pisces, this week you are being asked to rest. Just rest. Rest, meditate, do whatever you have to do to relax this week, Pisces. Okay? So Pisces, you have the Four of Swords. Okay, so this week should be a week of reflection for a lot of Pisces. Okay, so that has been the Zodiac messages for the week of December 6th. I'll just show you a quick recap, and then we will go into the astrology report. This is the Astro report for the week of December 6th. And this week we have a Sun-Neptune square on December 9th. So let's talk about a Sun-Neptune square. So with this aspect, you might notice that your energy level is kind of low during this time. Because remember, the sun wants to shine its brightest, Neptune wants to dream, and when they're in a square, Neptune is squaring the sun's need to shine, and the sun is squaring Neptune's need to dream. So this can create an energy where you just don't have a lot of energy, basically. Okay? You might feel tired. You might feel like you just don't want to handle your everyday demands under this aspect. Okay? Now, this aspect, it can be psychological as well. Okay, you might feel discouraged, you might feel beaten down around this time. So it's during this aspect that you have to find ways to uplift yourself and others during this times, during this Sun Neptune square. Okay, now that's on the 9th. Now on the 10th, the very next day, we have a Venus Pluto sextile. Okay, so with this transit, you will feel emotions on a deep level. Okay, friendships are extremely important to you under this aspect. Love relationships are more intense, and physical sexuality is experienced as something transcendental. Okay, this is a good time to try to understand your emotions and try to understand how your emotions affect your relationships. So that's what this Venus Pluto sextile is good for. It is a great aspect for trying to understand your emotions as they relate to others. Okay. Now, moving on to December 11th. December 11th, we have a Sun Mars trine, and trines are usually great aspects. Okay. So, when we have a Sun Mars trine, you will find it easy to be yourself. Okay. Now, working alone is favored around this time, and it is not that you're feeling hostile or resentful towards others. It's just that you don't want to be dependent upon others when you have a Sun Mars trine. Under a Sun Mars trine, you tend to want to rely on yourself, okay, which is it's not a bad thing. Now, with under a Sun Mars trine, your energy level might feel like it is through the roof. Like you might have a lot of energy just coming out of nowhere. Okay. And it is around this time that your life will be filled with projects. Okay. Whether it's projects that you have started months ago or whether it's new projects coming on, this is a great time to finish projects, to begin projects, just to work on something around this time. Okay. So that's basically what's going on this week. That is the Astro report for this week. Visit my website, metaphysicalmoonlighters.com, if you would like to book a reading. Everyone have a great week.